Welcome back, guys, to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta. We're going to be doing two runs. One of them focus on the Golden Frieza, and the other one focus on the Gogeta. I'll show you guys the Gogeta team when we do get around to it, but for now, we're going to be taking this team into the Goku Black fight. Let's see what Golden Frieza can do. Alright, we have a double leader rotation off the bat. Not the greatest thing to be having. You have Golden Frieza on the next rotation, though, so this will work out. He's going to be getting pretty much everything that he could ever want. Alright. We're going to go ahead and pop the active skill. There we go. And then we're going to slot one Omega here, just because that is our best play. Nice, nice. This should be a very quick run. I honestly expect us to win next rotation, but we'll see how that plays out. Let's see what we can get out of this pretty fire rotation for Omega here. Pretty fire rotation for Omega. But because we're fucking with the new overlay, the boy Kaizer did go ahead and grab me this overlay a minute ago when we got the initial Gogeta, but I just keep forgetting to put it on. So luckily he was able to hook it up and have the overlay on now. Shout out to the boy Kaizer as always, doing good work. Amazing work, one could even say. The best Gekishin thumbnails on the market right now is from Kaizer, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased, but you know, it is what it is. Got some pretty nice damage there on Zamasu, not bad at all. You could run Golden Frieza on his own team, but I decided to run him on Omega's team here because he can get a lot more juice on here. He is not on the 220, which is like the only downside, but as you guys can see, it's probably not going to end up mattering. We're about halfway through the first turn, and Zamasu is pretty much dead already. Zamasu is pretty much dead already. Now, next turn, he should be getting the support from both of the Rose, as well as these two Omegas will also be getting the support, because their 70% has been activated for 2 turns. So, well, not for 2 turns. It activates from the passive. It's activated for 4 turns from his first appearance. So we will have that 140% attack support next turn. We essentially have a perfect rotation, so Zamasu really cannot mess up our rotation either. He will get the support from Rose when he does his SA. The only thing I'm not sure about is this guy's support? Is his full power or GT losses? I'm not sure if they put this guy on full power. Let's go ahead and check, see if he is getting that or not. Fuse fighters. Yep, he is on full power. Awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure our animations are on while we pop this active skill here. See what kind of cookage they have for Mr. Golden Frieza. Pretty spicy, if I do say so myself. He does have a large portion of the attacks happening there prior to him doing his essay. So he is going to be getting that. We are going to go ahead and target... We'll target Zamasu after. The reason being is I want Zamasu to get his attacks off on Golden Frieza before you go ahead and do that. And then we'll do this. Then we'll finish it off with the Golden Frieza attack. This should be just a win right here, honestly. I'm pretty sure Golden Frieza is about to absolutely nuke it. He's getting a lot of support here. A lot of links and everything. Maybe he could have gotten more links with Rose. Not sure about that, but don't think it makes that much of a difference here, to be honest. He has a very good setup going for himself here. 140% attack support activated from the Omegas. He's getting a loader, I believe 60 to 80% from this Rose. And then the Omega Shenron on the middle slot's also giving him at least 40%, maybe more. I don't remember the exact amount that Omega is giving, but I know he's giving at least 40% here. Would have preferred if he didn't dodge that. That way we could have gotten a higher attack set out of him, but that's fine. That is fine. Still a very solid attack pattern here for Golden Frieza. Let's see what happens. You got Omega Shenron going absolutely crazy. Yup. Alright. And then Golden Frieza. Let's see what attack stat we are looking at for the boy. Nice. He should be good too. Nice. We're looking at only 76 million here for him, which isn't the greatest of attacks, that's for sure. But it is gonna, I mean, it is again a good protection on the rotation for him, and he is again not on a 500%, even 540. So definitely very solid. He protects the whole rotation, does a really good chunk of damage. I don't know why his attack set is so low here. Last time I did this run, which was off camera, I had him at 100 million plus, and here he's dropped down to 78, which does suck. It's not the greatest to see that for sure, but I think it was just an attack pattern kind of situation, which would make sense. It would make sense. We are gonna go ahead and let Mr. Texan go first here. And then Physical Omega and Shadow Dragons will go ahead and finish this for us, I believe. They should be able to wrap this up. Even if they don't, that is pretty much the only thing you're going to see from Golden Frieza on this team. Or honestly, even on any team. This is essentially the Golden Frieza game plan. You kind of just pop his active and you float him off. He protects your rotation while you do other stuff. But it does require you to run a full extreme team, which is the caveat to that. But that's not hard to do when you're running him on Omega's team. But he's just a nice little shoe-in, nice slot-in on this team, and he helps get the job done a little bit easier. That's pretty much what he's here to do. And there we go. That is the run. We'll go ahead and hop back in and do it with a Super Type team now and see how that goes. All right, guys. We're here for the Super Type version of the team. We're going to be running this. Let's go ahead and see how it goes. All right. We are here with Golden Frieza, Beast Gohan, and the Kid Goku on it. Not a bad rotation to start with, for sure. You got Beast Gohan's intro playing. Very nice, very nice. And we are probably dead already. I don't see how we're living that. Let's see. I mean, I think we're kind of cooked, but I mean, he could dodge every attack. That is a possibility. This one especially, he needs to dodge. Oh my god. Dude, top 10 things you wouldn't believe unless you saw it happen. Holy shit. Kid Goku, the fucking GOAT? Kid Goku, the absolute fucking GOAT, dodging his way to victory. Oh, Lord. Don't think he needs to dodge that one, but he's gonna do it anyways. Holy fucking GOAT status. Absolutely freaking GOAT status right there from Mr. Kid Goku. Holy shit. Coming through for the absolute clutch. Yeah, the strategy here is just going to be to play survival and survive until we can go ahead and get the Gogetas out. Once the Gogetas are out, then we will have a lot better of a time trying to go ahead and beat the stage. But it's going to be pretty rough to do it with this team here. While we are running the new unit, the Movie Heroes tag doesn't have the greatest of options, especially when it comes to these short fights like this one. We'll do probably this attempt here, see if we can beat it with this team. If not, then we will just go ahead and throw him on a fusion team so we can at least see Gogeta come out and play and do his shenanigans. That is the current plan here. These units are definitely a lot better on their other teams than they are on their own leaders. That is for sure. Their own leaders are not the craziest right now. Absolute peak intro right there. Fortunately, they are slot 3. So that's fine. We get some massive Python goat value there. $38K is not ideal. 38K is not ideal to be taking on a normal. That is really concerning for Frieza. Really, really concerning for Frieza. Hopefully we can dodge. Nice. They shouldn't need it. Nice. Nice, nice. I mean, this is post super with like some support here. Nice, at least he dodged it. If he didn't dodge it, he was taking some damage, but not the most detrimental of damage for sure. But at this point, I mean, any little damage we can take is good. Any little damage we can take is good. And then next turn, we should be able to have Golden Frieza switch over to the Gogeta. Definitely not a lot of damage coming out of the team right now. Definitely not a lot of damage coming out. There's Zamasu who's still essentially full HP. Goku Black obviously hasn't been touched yet at all. The gods will get their attacks in here, and then that'll get their stacking in. But right now, it's looking very, very, very sad in terms of the damage output of this team. But nonetheless, we are trying. All right, that will go us at okay. That sucks. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this, and then we're gonna attack switch over. We could active right now, but we're not going to, because this gives us essentially guaranteed dodge as well, and that it should give us a massive amount of defense buff on that slot 1. So hopefully he's able to live it for us. And the next turn it will be turn 5. I mean, he lives the normal there at least. He at least lived the normal. Just gotta hope he doesn't have to eat a super. Okay. Nice. Uh-huh. Okay. Nice. That's awesome. 56 million from the Gogeta here. Pretty fire damage. Pretty fire damage. Go ahead and see how the locking decides to work out next turn. Okay. This is fine. You guaranteed dodge this. We guaranteed dodge this too. Awesome. As you guys can see, the moment you get that Gogeta out there, the steam starts turning around pretty heavily. In a way, in a way, you could say that the team doesn't really start the fight until turn 3, where you can start getting this Gogeta out. In a way, at least that's what it feels like. But nonetheless, we are out here. Okay. That now gives us access to our second Gogeta. Will we be able to utilize his? We are going to be able to. Okay, nice. Let's go ahead and utilize the dodge there in slot 1. Okay, we'll go with... This is 3 rainbows. This is also 3 rainbows. So either way, it doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead and do this, because that'll give us a defense buff on everybody, right? Pretty solid, pretty solid. And then we will save those for PyCon. We don't need to pop the Beast active here, because he's going to have a lot of support. So we're just going to leave it as it is and just rely on PyCon to dodge. Okay, he's supering off the bat, which isn't very good, because he is going to be raising his attack. So that does suck for us. If his AoE does connect, that could be detrimental on PyCon there.
Ideally, we at least kill the freaking. At least we kill the Zamasu here. Ideally, we have at least 2 more potential supers after this. Yeah, we're definitely not killing him. We're definitely not killing him. But he is going to be very, very close. And then next turn, we do get the full field of orbs with the other Gogeta. That'll give us a very, very big chunk of defense buff. And then we can also transform gods. We might be able to transform into our Gogeta, Super Gogeta as well. If not Super Gogeta, we could at least go into Veku and then just delay the turn for one of the characters. We'll see how that plays out. It is turn 5, but I don't remember if that Gogeta... I'm pretty sure he was slot 7, so I don't think we'll get that opportunity. I don't think we will getting that opportunity to get the Super Gogeta buff on that rotation. But should not be too bad of an issue, depending on how this plays out here. Both of the supers have already gone through, so now it's just a matter of eating the normal ones. We do also have Beast Gohan active available still too, and he'll be able to pop that active with the Gogeta support coming up on the next turn. So that should be a pretty good turn for Beast as well. With the support from Gogeta, I would say Beast on active turn should look very, very solid. He is going to lose his intro buff, I believe. He is going to lose his intro buff, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Okay, nice. Nice. We are able to exchange them now. Now the question is, can we go into Gogeta here? Because if we can go into Super Gogeta, that's going to be absolutely huge. Okay. Are we able to go into Super Gogeta? There's God Rose, and we are able to go into Super Gogeta. That is perfect. I believe our Gogeta is locked into slot 7, but that is fine. We will go ahead and pop the Gogeta active. God, I can't wait for that to come out in Gekishin. We're going to go ahead and turn on animation skip for the next 2 animations. That way we can go ahead and just at least get this out of the way. Then we'll get these guys transformed. Now, unfortunately, what we're not going to get here is we will not be able to see what stat line we'll have with the Gogeta support. Because once we pop this, it will be the end of being able to look at stats. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and pop it now. All right, that will give us a massive bump in our defense on top of the Gogeta active as well. So defensively, we should be looking very, very good here. We do also have the maximum 10 orbs on God Bros there, so with the minimal amount of stacking, but the AGL Gogeta support, they should look pretty solid, I'd say. Pretty solid. This guy has basically no stacks, and he's at 35 million already. Pretty nice. He's going to be buffing up the Goku Black a little bit, but he should not be having to worry about it because he is getting the support from Vegeta as well as his own active here. He should be looking very, very good. Should be looking very, very good. Okay, here we have the super attack coming out here. Should maybe do some damage. Nope, straight double digits. 48 million for these guys. Pretty high. Pretty high considering how little stacks they have. 48 is pretty high considering how little stacks they have. As you can see though, once the Gogetas are out, they start popping their actives, getting their turns in. The team completely turns around. Like they are a lot better once that Gogeta is out on the field, providing that extra little bit of juice to perform. And it's coming in pretty clutch here. It's coming in definitely pretty clutch here. Now we're going to see a very massive turn from Gogeta. Age. Oi. Pretty solid turn here from Gogeta. Very solid showing there from Gogeta. Extremely good. And Goku Black is essentially dead right now. I mean, I thought we were going to at least see like one more turn. But it's looking like it's going to be it. It's looking like that is going to be it for Mr. Goku Black. Wow. Very, very solid showing from Gogeta, as you guys can see, even on a shitty team like this, which, I mean, granted, the units on here aren't bad or anything, but it's definitely a very shitty team in comparison to what most people run. Still putting in the work, man. Still putting in the work. That is going to be the showcase for both Golden Frieza and the Gogeta unit, with both sides covered. This is Boys, signing out.